BBC World News, the biggest African and international news stories. Focus on Africa.
This is Focus on Africa. I'm Lukwesa, Burak. Our top stories today. A marriage of convenience. Gambia's President Adama Barrow joins forces with his former political rival ahead of elections. So, what next for Yahya Jammeh's alleged victims of human rights abuses? The World Food Programme warns of a burgeoning humanitarian crisis in Tigray. Only 7 days' worth of aid left and 1.2 million people to feed. Also in the programme, we go out on security patrol in Uganda. Lawmakers are implicated in attacks, whilst residents are forced to carry out nighttime patrols in Uganda's Masaka region.
We realise there aren't enough police officers to keep watch over the whole village. Even if the police come, they can't protect us the same way we can protect ourselves.
And coming up in the sport with Peter, more World Cup qualifiers across the continent. But can African champions extend their unbeaten run? Hello and welcome to today's edition of Focus on Africa from BBC World News. We're going to start in Gambia, where an unlikely political alliance has been announced ahead of elections on the 4th of December. Now, the incumbent, President Adama Barrow, says that his National People's Party is going to be joining forces with former dictator Yahya Jammeh's APRC party. As you can imagine, questions are being raised as to whether President Barrow can now fulfil his commitment to seek justice for alleged victims of his predecessor, who is currently in exile. So why the concern? Well, back in 1994, Jammeh seized control of the West African country in a bloodless military coup, going on to rule for over 20 years. In his time in power, though, well, according to human rights activists, it was marred with allegations of enforced disappearances, extrajudicial killings, arbitrary arrests, and especially targeting his political opponents and members of the LGBT community, as well as the media. Well, in 2016, Jammeh lost power to President Barrow and he fled to Equatorial Guinea, where he remains in exile. To date, the former leader hasn't been charged with a crime, whilst witnesses have continued to testify before an ongoing Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission. In fact, we're expecting those findings any time now. So let's discuss this further. I'm joined now by BBC Africa's Eso Williams. Lovely to see you there, Eso. Just tell us first off, just how significant is this marriage, this political marriage?